Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I forgot to post this the other day because I got this the other day because, like I said, and you guys know, you have the right to hold your police and sheriffs accountable, and one way to do that is with FOIA, Freedom of Information Act requests. And this is what I found out. We wanted to find out how widespread the illegal David use is, and this one here is from Collier County, Florida, and Sheriff's Office. And as you see here, yes, there have been people busted for illegal David use. I've already shared this around with the Patriots that I know, and they agree that this is kind of a joke. Again, man, letter of counseling and final warning. You know, nobody's fined. Nobody's fired. I think there's one fired in here. Probably not. They usually will leave. If it's getting really bad, they'll quit. And here again, here's a scam, man. If they quit, they can get another job at another place. So this is just bullcrap. Another thing I've been finding out about this too is that these are little tiny audits that they do all the time, and actually you can kind of see it through the years here. In fact, actually what's funny is they stopped doing it 2 years ago when this new sheriff got in. So there's your sign right there. And basically these little tiny audits, they go in and just pick and choose a couple to see if these David requests are legal or not. And that's a joke, man. They need a full-blown audit. There would be so many more people busted. They would lose their David access. They would lose their license. They would be fined. They would be jailed, and etc. But here it is. You know, withdrawal of appointment in conjunction with allegation, withdrawal of appointment in conjunction with allegation, letter of counseling, finding word, verbal admonition and direction. Wow, letter of counseling. What a joke. So basically these people are using this like freaking Google, man. You are nothing. Who cares about your rights? You know, blah 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 and all that. This is sad. I don't know how I did that. Plus, I don't know why it's doing that. Letter of reprimand, letter of counseling, withdrawal of appointment in conjunction. Okay, here's one. 2 days suspension. That's kind of not bad. Without pay, transfer, CO. So that's another thing too that I'm finding out is a scam. If it's bad enough, like there again, they're not, you know, being fired. They're not being jailed. In fact, transferred to CO. They're transferring to different positions, like to the to the jail, or to even literally a different position in the government. It's a scam. That's why there was even a national article on how bad this is. Because in this David system, man, this is all your information. This should not be available to any Tom, Dick, and Harry in the government. And apparently they're using it like Google. If you say anything, then, you know, or they don't like you, whatever, they're looking you up. So this is Collier County. I think I'm going to attach the video again on what can really happen is if we get some good lawyers going here, you can actually sue on this stuff. There's a lawyer here that wrote a great article a couple years ago on a punishment that you can actually receive and how it can ruin your career if you can actually find a good lawyer on illegal David access. Also, I have to remind you guys every time, because Charlotte County LEOAFFAIRS hates this. In 3 years, we just hit 39 million views, 36,000 subscribers, over 2 million views a month, and yes, by the end of October, we should be hitting 40 million. So, amen to that. We have to say it because Charlotte County LEOAFFAIRS hates me reminding you of that, because they are the ones that started all of this because of their corruption. So, anyways, here you go. Here's more David access illegality, and like I said, this is not a full audit. This is a BS audit. This is just tiny little audits that they do once in a while. They bust their own. If they did a full-blown audit, they take each and every person, so here's the example of how bad it is. I'm trying to get the one in Robert Tuck, the Charlotte County Sheriff. They illegally looked me up. I asked, and you guys can do this too, I said I want all of his David access use since he's been in office. I think it's, so I don't know, what is that, like 10 years, I think, right? They said they would give it to me, but they're going to block out the names and the driver's license. Guess what? The statute says, yes, you have to block the driver's license, but not the names. So they're giving me crap. They're going to give me something that I can't do anything with because I can't contact them because the name's not there, which that's freaking bull crap. So that if I had a good lawyer, I could already fight that right now. If they want to take my stuff to court, then I can actually subpoena and get all that stuff, you know, unredacted and everything. But that's how bad it is, man. They know that this prick, Robert Tuck, illegally looked up a bunch of people, and they do not want to give it to me. It's election season. It's 4 weeks away, and Sheriff Bill PRUMMELL wants his job bad because it's $130,000 base pay, man, plus benefits, plus retirement on top of that. And it's so corrupt, he knows that if he got out of office, we would really do a full audit on the place, and oh my God, I can't even imagine how much corruption we would find. So anyways, I just thought I would show you this to you guys. This David stuff is happening everywhere, and like I said, this is a joke. They're not doing anything, that's why they don't care, and this is just tiny little audits that they do on their own. So this is just nothing. If you guys get more active and start doing audits on each and every one and start contacting those people to say, hey, you know, were you involved in this or that, and boom, you could shut the freaking system down. There'd be so much corruption going on. So what do you think?
December 2014. How the misuse of David can bankrupt an officer's career, by Leonard J. Dietzen. 3. Dietzen at Rumberger.com and Michael L. Forte, M40 at Rumberger.com. What is David? The Driver and Vehicle Information Database (DAVID) contains information on drivers' licenses, registered motor vehicles and traffic crashes. Permissible uses. Florida Statute Section 119.0712(2) states the information in DAVID is confidential and may be accessed only as allowed under the Driver Privacy Protection Act (DPA). 18 Use. See Section 2721(b) of the DPA provides that law enforcement may access this information in carrying out its official functions. Examples of where access is appropriate include traffic stops, traffic crashes, official investigations, and searches for emergency contacts during natural disasters. Impermissible uses. 18 Use. See Section 2722(a) of the DPA makes it unlawful for anyone to access this information for an unauthorized purpose. Impermissible uses include looking up addresses for a holiday card list, checking a family member's driving record, and obtaining information on celebrities and politicians. Penalties. Florida Statute Section 119.10 provides that any officer who misuses DAVID is subject to a civil fine not to exceed $500. An officer who knowingly misuses DAVID is subject to suspension, removal, impeachment, and the charge of a first-degree misdemeanor. In addition, 18 Use. See Section 2723(a) of the DPA mandates an unspecified criminal fine for officers who knowingly misuse DAVID. Section 2724 establishes a civil cause of action for the person to whom the information pertains. The DPA specifies civil damages of 1. Actual damages not less than liquidated damages of $2,500. 2. Punitive damages upon proof of willful or reckless disregard of the law. 3. Attorney's fees and costs. And 4. Such other relief as the court deems appropriate. 2. Civil rights implications. Plaintiff attorneys have also been filing civil rights lawsuits for DAVID violations under the authority of 42 Us. See Section 1983. Section 1983 provides for civil liability against law enforcement officers who violate a citizen's rights established in either the U.S. Constitution or in a federal statute. Recoverable damages under a Section 1983 claim include emotional distress damages, attorney's fees, and punitive damages. Section 1983 is also the mechanism by which law enforcement agencies can be civilly liable for failure to train their officers on David's proper use. Best practices: officers should strictly adhere to the Memorandum of Understanding to which agencies accessing David must subscribe. The memorandum lists the permissible uses of David, and also explains how officers should safeguard the accessed information. Officers should take care that their accessing of David does not allow for unauthorized third persons to obtain the information. For example, information exchanged by electronic means must be stored in a place physically secure from access by unauthorized persons. For agencies, proper training of officers is essential to avoiding liability. Agencies should consider restricting access to only supervisory personnel to limit their exposure. Rumberger, Kirk and Caldwell provides litigation and counseling services in a wide range of civil practice areas including product liability, commercial litigation, construction, real estate, intellectual property litigation, securities litigation, labor and employment law, bankruptcy, insurance coverage, professional liability and administrative law. Offices are located in Orlando, Tampa, Miami, Tallahassee and Birmingham, Alabama. For more information, please visit www.rumberger.com.